Well, Happy New Year, folks. So, I want to start this 2025 lecture series with a little bit of housekeeping. See, these are the things that you are not entitled to see. Anyone that trades and shows their skill online, unless they're offering a signal service, which I don't do, you're not entitled to have this information. Okay, and when people ask, "Show me this, show me that, show me this," um, you know that's something that you're not entitled to see. But just to be a good sport, we were supposed to see a lot of stuff happen in 2024, and it didn't happen, did it? So, as a consolation prize, I'm going to show you in 2025 what you can do with what I taught in this YouTube channel. And I'm showing you actual broker statements. Market Replay never offers this, and they don't send you broker statements for a demo account. Okay, so I want you to understand that this brokerage firm, I'm not repping them. I'm not suggesting that you open up an account with them, but I do enjoy the service they offer me. I haven't had any real major issues with them, and their commission costs and fees are pretty reasonable. It costs $10 for one mini contract to be cleared with NFA fees and whatnot. So everything that you would expect to pay for a round turn commission, whatnot, is $10 per contract. And you can see the running tally at the bottom. And I'm not going to go through every single one of these things, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to break down the content of what I taught in 2024. So if you have not watched the 2024 mentorship videos, this is an opportunity for you to go through that in the month of January. My actual trading doesn't really kick off until around the second week of February. And the teachings really aren't going to be teachings in the sense that I'm redoing the 2024 mentorship. But what I am doing, as you can see, I'm not trading every single day. So take a look at those dates. I'm scrolling through this so you can see it. And unfortunately, because this broker has a huge um, issue with sharing broker statements online, which, I can respect that. I do have to block out a lot of things, but the things that are pertinent, like how many contracts I've traded, you can look at the commission costs and just divide it by $10, and it'll give you how many times I traded to get the numbers that I'm showing. But you can also see I'm not trading a lot. Okay, the dates are what they are here. And I want you to think about how in 2025, all the content that I taught, how would ICT, me, Michael, um, how would I use that information if I want to sit down and create a model just to start trading and work with income only? I'm not trying to beat competitions, not trying to be, the big head honcho on the block, but just to make money. And I want you to think about how you could change the way you've been doing things and start focusing on just trying to be in your own little bubble. You're not trying to impress anybody else. You're not trying to show your broker statements online. Because when you do that type of stuff, it creates a competitive mindset, and you're competing with yourself. And I'm of the opinion that there's no other competition out there. So I'm completely content with a lot of you not liking the fact that I'm not willing to do what most of you want me to do. But I think if you watch the numbers here, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. But with that said, I want you to think about how this is not a promise that what I taught on my YouTube channel is going to make you money. It doesn't mean that you're going to be able to be flawless in your trading. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have losing trades. It doesn't mean that you won't blow your account. It just means that this is how I would use the information that I produced and shared for free on my YouTube channel in 2024. If I was a brand new student and I did the due diligence of going through the 2024 content, how would I sit down and flesh out a model using that information? And I'm going to share my own opinion on how I would use the resources that I made available to you in 2024. And I'm going to go through every single component during the month of January and how I'm going to implement those individual components. So that way you'll see how this jigsaw puzzle fits together, which in my opinion is a better way of simply outlining my trading model. Now, this is not my trading model that I've always been using, but what you're seeing here is the results of the very thing that I'm going to outline during this month. And I'll be implementing it again throughout the entirety of 2025. The focus is not to make millions and millions of dollars. It's to show you how you can start with a very gradual, low expectation in the beginning of the year and just start carving out a really nice return each month. Let it grow a little bit. You're not trying to go crazy with it, but you're trying to grow into a trader that can consistently take money out of the marketplace. That should be your goal. It should not be you're trying to get the biggest wins. It should be, am I able to make my ends meet? And I worked diligently this year trying to make sure that I was able to teach my kids how to focus on building income, not get rich, but build income. And I think that around $50,000 to $60,000 a year is a pretty respectable amount of money for your first year. And if anyone wants to argue with that, I'm not interested. So you probably noticed that the comment section is turned off because I don't want to hear your opinions. I'm not on X anymore. My account sits there in idle, but I'm not going to be looking at people's opinions because these are people that don't know what I do. They don't know anything about me, and they only know what I show. And the showmanship stuff ends on this video. ICT is done, and then now you're just going to have Michael. Okay, so there's going to be a whole lot of grandstanding and tomfoolery in 2025. It's just the nuts and bolts, and here it is. But I wanted to walk through and show you with a real regulated broker. This is real money. Okay, and commissions are being paid. How can this information be used in a setting that's not demo, that's not paper trading, okay, and it's real money? And by running up an account with the mindset that you're not trying to get rich, but you are trying to carve out an income consistently. You're not trying to expand and pyramid and go crazy. You're just going in there and taking out surgical strikes that make sense, winning and moving to the sidelines and being content. You're not trying to be the best trader in the world. It's so many of you want to do that because most of you are male. Okay. So instead of trying to be the apex trader, the top of the heap trader, let's just focus in 2025 on being consistently profitable. And if that means you only make $5,000 at the end of the year, guess what? That's $5,000 that you didn't have at the beginning of the year. And that's what I want to foster in terms of a mindset. So I think if you pay attention to the numbers here, they'll add up very handsomely.